What is up, guys? Fódlan here. Welcome back to some more Fire Emblem Warriors 3 Hopes. Last time we had a very short chapter, very strange chapter of Shez and Byleth fighting. More so they're brain demons, brain gremlins fighting, but like we fought Solon again, but then Solon got stabbed and or pulled into hell or something, but then also Dimitri, Claude, and Edelgard. I don't know, apparently this only all happens if you recruit Byleth. That last chapter, and apparently the chapter we do today, don't happen at all if you don't recruit Byleth. Which has me very interested in how heavy-handed, or if any of this is talked about anyways, beyond this, how heavy-handed it is. We're like, oh, surprise. Like in the final chapter or whatever, I don't know. But we were all pulled in to some portal,
golden
or a chasm,
into the chasm.
It's very interesting what's happening.
Where
I don't necessarily think it's great story, but it is interesting. I'll give it that.
Stay where you are. It would be best if you refrained from bringing out any weapons as well.
Wait, Edelgard. Hold on. What are all three of you doing here?
I have the same question. It appears we've been swallowed up by some kind of strange magic.
That's the long and short of it. But isn't all of this your doing?
When we awoke, we found ourselves here, in this dark and ominous void.
Don't tell me you can't remember what happened. You suddenly transformed and started attacking your friends. Luckily, we managed to knock you out and capture you. But it wasn't long before you came to and escaped. I was told that you were acting like someone else entirely.
I guess that kinda rings a bell. The last thing I remember is Arval telling me to slay the Ashen Demon. At least, I think it was Arval.
There's Arval, and then there's question mark, evil Arval. That is the whole of what Arval, I don't know. There was like Arval was made by this evil Arval.
Arval?
Yes.
The voice in my head. We've known each other for a few years now.
That is the perfect response to like almost everything that happens in this game.
Pretty out there, right? This is why I never mentioned it.
And you claim this Arval suddenly decided to turn on you.
I know how it sounds, but yeah. There are two things I can say for sure. The first is that Arval's magic is what dragged us all in here. And the second is that no one's in my head anymore.
Oh?
How can you be certain?
Because I don't feel them. At least not in my mind. Arval's somewhere else now. Somewhere distant.
I don't mean for this to be an interrogation, but distant? From where? This story of yours is hardly convincing.
Well, you do seem to be your old self again. That, if nothing else, makes me want to believe what you're saying.
At the very least, I hope you know a way out of this fathomless prison.
About that, I know I said distant, but Arval's definitely here with us somewhere. If we can find them and figure out what magic they used on us, we might just be able to escape.
That sounds wildly optimistic.
It sure does. But considering we don't know a thing about this place, we might as well give it a shot.
In that case, let's begin looking around. Let's see if we can't find any clues to where we are.
Okay. Oh. Wait, are we actually temporarily parted ways with everyone but Claude? Okay. You know, at first I thought we were going to be transported to somewhere in Shambhala. Like we were going to dubstep underground city thing. No. No. No sign of an exit. I wonder if the others have found anything. Listen to what everyone has to say. Okay, but what is that?
Huh?
What is this thing? I'm sensing some kind of weird power coming from it. Desperate times call for desperate measures. We need to use anything we can get our hands on. Zaras. In Zaras, you can interact with mysterious distortions to make use of all facility functions. What? Okay, but how does... If I've departed from everyone... Oh, I can't train, but I can... Does that mean... Can I eat as well? Let's see. Facilities, reward, training, tactics. No. I mean, I can collect supplies. So it's not everything. Okay. Well, I mean, I have money to...
Hey, new power.
to do these. Increase stat limits, whatever that really does. Sure. And then Claude, you're here too, so I might as well.
Not gonna forget this.
What great sound effects. Reward master, facilities master, record keeper. That's, yeah, to go back and S rank anything that I haven't, which we're all caught up on those. Okay. So the two things I really do in camp is I eat to get all the food buffs and train, and neither of those are accessible. So what a terrible predicament we're in. I wonder what would happen if we never escaped. Claude isn't hiding anything from me, is he? I find it hard to trust him entirely. Laugh. He has a real hard time getting people to trust him, but honestly I think we'll be fine.
Please.
I get the feeling you laugh because you know what he's capable of, but no matter, I suppose. For now, let us explore this area and see if we can find any clues. Seems like Dimitri and Claude are in the middle of some kind of discussion.
Dimitri, we need to talk. I'm just gonna come out and say it. After the war, I'm going to abolish the Central Church and depose the Archbishop. The people of Fódlan have been shackled by this decrepit system for too long, and I'm ending it.
You're going to do away with the church?
That's right. Think about it. Who steals your freedom and gives you an endless list of duties and obligations simply because you have a crest? Who forces you and your friends into a bunch of unwanted marriages and positions of power? The church even forbids any official contact with outside regions. Not exactly great for Fargus, right? Being as close to Serang and Albinia as you are.
But to be clear, your quarrel is with the church, yes? Not with Fargus itself?
Yeah.
Exactly. We have nothing to gain by fighting you. And really, our enemy isn't the actual church so much as the people at the top who make all the decisions.
I understand where you're coming from, Claude. And on a personal level, I actually agree with you.
But as a king, you're opposed.
Yes, for 3 reasons. First, abolishing the church would deny the king's right to rule Fargus. Without one, the people will descend into chaos and war. Would you be able to take responsibility for such a thing once it came to pass? Second, recklessly discarding the church will only incite discord among the clergy and its supporters. And finally, a revolution of this nature will not only mean casualties among the common folk, but will endanger your own life as well.
Leaving the first two for a second, I have some serious issues with that last one. I'm glad you're concerned for my safety, but I can take care of myself.
But don't you see? The people you wish to depose are human, just as you are. No matter what ingenious scheme you come up with, or how careful you try to be, they will suffer, and their vengeance will eventually find you, no matter how hard you try to stave it off. I know full well the guilt that accompanies such actions, and the retribution they provoke.
Everyone has to deal with the consequences of their decisions. If you let it rule you, Fódlan never changes.
Very true.
And if it doesn't change, it'll just fall apart.
But not taking the time to look where you're going will only lead you to stumble and fall. And if there are those who would be hurt by this, I consider it my duty to help them.
There you go, trying to save everyone again. You really are too good for me.
To be honest, I'm jealous of how you're not burdened with the same restrictions.
Listen, I get it, especially just like like not leader of a country, but like in just content creation, you can't please everyone. No matter how hard you try, it doesn't matter. You can't please everyone. Same thing here is essentially what Claude's saying.
In the world I'm trying to create, you wouldn't be burdened by them either. You could even... No, forget that. I'm serious about what I said, though. And I really do admire how you want to save everyone.
I was like, yeah, admirable, but not realistic. Not happening.
Honestly, if you weren't a king, I think we could have been friends.
I feel much the same. Had I joined with you, I might have been able to see a different vision of Fódlan.
Okay. But interesting. I don't have a whole lot to say about that because I don't fully know like how. I think that'd be a conversation better understood after playing through Blue Lions as well. Just because a lot of that felt like it was more how Ferdiad was structurally set up. But also it sounds like he is more worried, like it blowing it a bit out of proportion, but like it's understandable. But it's just like, well, you don't know that it'll be that bad or as terrible and as doom and gloom as you say. But also the abolish the church, I feel like that is, I don't know, maybe misunderstood in the moment, or just it's this game yet again kind of dropping the ball. But before, in chapters past, the abolish the church was just the central church. Claude was cool with them all practicing whatever religion they want, but the central church cannot be in charge. Where maybe again that goes back to how Ferdiad is structurally made, but I don't necessarily think we're trying to abolish religion entirely, just the central church's hold on everyone. Practice and believe what you want. So in that mindset, right, that makes it sound like Dimitri's just like doom and gloom, paranoid, thinking the worst when it's not really that bad. But I don't know. And again, that's this conversation compared to how Claude has talked about the central church previously. There's a bit of a disconnect there.
I wonder.
It's strange to fight alongside those who would otherwise be my mortal enemies. However, we have no choice but to cooperate. I shall do what I can to help. Happy to be working with you. It's actually nice having such a formidable foe on our side, even if it's temporary. Yes, we have a truce until we can make our escape, so I'm at your service. I'm quite skilled at anything requiring physical strength. I must return to my compatriots as soon as possible. Let us see what we can find around here. Looks like Edelgard and Claude are having a chat. Can't tell if it's a pleasant one or not.
I have to say, this isn't how I imagined Fódlan's three most powerful leaders would be coming together.
Indeed. I hesitate to even consider the look on Hubert's face right now.
I don't think anyone's too worried about me, though. Vanishing without a word is kind of what I do. Even now that I'm the king of the Federation, it looks like I'm as unreliable as ever.
Or perhaps it's the opposite, and your people think you reliable precisely because you always return. It must be nice having friends you can depend on to handle important matters in your absence.
And it must feel lousy to realize no one wants to do your job, Edelgard.
I'm glad to see your tongue remains as agile as ever. Let's try moving our feet instead, shall we?
Hey, I can do both if you want. It's definitely not an either-or kind of situation. So, Edelgard,
I thought that was it. We were just going back.
Get out of here in one piece.
Okay.
What are you planning to do about Dimitri? Maybe we should join forces and take him on together.
You're such a bore sometimes, Claude. And is that a serious proposal?
Well, I suppose it would be easier for me if the kingdom stuck around. After all, I get the feeling that if we divide Fódlan between the Empire and the Federation, I'll be the one holding the short end of that stick.
Yes.
Our goal is to deal with Rhea and the Central Church, not to unify Fódlan.
You never have been one to mince words, have you? Well then, allow me to match your honesty. It would be more convenient for me if the kingdom ceased to exist. The Central Church has a much closer relationship with Fargus than with the other regions.
Okay.
Even were we to capture the Archbishop and force her to dismantle the upper echelons of the Church, it wouldn't be enough. The roots of that organization run deep.
Hey, hold on. You're just looking to capture Rhea? You're not gonna, get rid of her?
Is it not enough to subdue a foe and remove them from power?
I'm just surprised. I would have expected you to be more thorough.
Especially given how her route ends in 3 houses. Yes.
And here I thought you wanted to pursue a peaceful solution.
Hey, give me some credit. If I didn't like to rock the boat, Lester would have been swallowed up by the Empire ages ago. I have ambitions, Edelgard. Real ones. I won't go into details, but I'm definitely fighting to make them a reality.
All that, and you're not planning to enlighten me? Unreliable and stingy. I, for one, have no qualms with telling you my ambitions. I seek to destroy the irrational power structure that shackles Fódlan.
By becoming... Okay.
Just Fódlan, huh?
Come again?
Hey, don't get me wrong. That's a goal I can get behind. That's why we're working together. But I'd be grateful if my own ambitions can be fulfilled at the end of your path of conquest.
I mean, that's essentially like Crimson Flower was. It was just like fixing everything through conquering, which...
I'd like to believe that is possible.
That sure is a way to do things.
At least for
to
now,
some,
we
I
can work
guess.
together to achieve a common goal. And perhaps someday our pact will become a more permanent one. I hope so, at any rate.
Same here. But before that, we need to find a way out of this place.
Okay. But also, kind of more what Edelgard said. Again, I think I'm not familiar enough with the inner workings and how structurally Fargus and I guess Ferdiad is made. So maybe it would be more disastrous, but I don't know. I still think Dimitri sees it as significantly worse than it actually would be. I'm at a real loss here. What do you think, poledoo? Any flash of inspiration about where we are?
Well, I'm stumped.
Actually, I have a feeling I already know the answer. Oh boy, things are not looking up. Tell not to worry. Try not to worry, I'm sure we'll find a way out if we work together.
Boy.
I hope you're right, because even I don't know what to do here. I'm sure our friends are worried about our little disappearing act. We need to get back as soon as possible. On the bright side, we're trapped with the 2 most stubborn people on the planet. I'm sure we can get through this if we work together. Guess I should check out that distortion. There's something... Okay. And we're not gonna get... I thought maybe we would get a conversation between Edelgard and Dimitri there, but... Nope. Okay. Embark. Mysterious expanse lies before you. Go deeper? Yes. Okay.
Yeesh. You can't tell forward from back in here. Let's try over that way, maybe?
Good idea. It seems different from the rest of the void. Look out!
So it failed. Has my skill degraded that sharply over the years?
Arval.
I have been searching for you. And look what you brought me. The 3 who fancy themselves sovereigns, ruling over that abomination's wretched spawn. What unexpected luck. I do hope you are all prepared to face death this day.
So this is Arval, is it? Undo this sorcery and return us from whence we came, demon.
Oh, I do not think that will be happening. But even if I desired to accede to your wishes, the great forbidden spell of Zaharas is a one-way journey. None can escape this eternal darkness.
I vote we kill this thing and see what happens. Who's with me?
Something tells me they wouldn't lay this trap, only to suffer the same fate as us. If this being can free themselves from this void, it stands to reason that so too can we.
Then try cutting me down if you like. Sadly, what you see before you is but an illusion. I have a task to fulfill, And once it is accomplished, I shall leave this place alone.
Arval, wait! What task are you talking about? Why did you use me? And what are you trying to do here?
Ah, but you are mistaken. I am not Arval. My name is Epimenides, an ordinary man who vowed to kill the beast which set the earth ablaze.
Okay. That's a name. It probably pulls from some sort of mythos that I'm very unfamiliar with. But, okay.
Do you not comprehend my purpose? I must save this world and its true people. That
This
is
music,
why
though.
I chose to pass my consciousness down through the ages. And you are the vessel for that consciousness.
What does that mean?
Bro, I don't know. Defeat Epimenides. Any allies routed. Okay. Well. 8 minutes, 1,000 defeated. Okay, so there's a very small area, but there's gonna be a
I don't know what's
chunk
going
of
on, but I do
stuff.
know whoever that is needs to be stopped.
And how
Wait,
far
I can use
are you
them?
willing to go? Will you cut down your own friends to reach me?
I've awaited this moment.
No problem, I got it.
Oh. Oh. Phantoms of Hubert. Ah. I see. Okay.
We will proceed as planned. We
Dimitri,
must strive
attack
to perform
Hubert.
to the best of our ability.
Here I go.
Edelgard.
mistakes.
Go after Hubert
They
as
must learn
well.
who they're up against.
Not a problem.
Shez
I've got
there.
this.
And we'll beat Hilda's ass with Claude.
Hubert? No. It must be a double.
So, it's completely indistinguishable from the real thing. This is vile sorcery indeed.
Why are you consulting with the enemy? He is right where you want him.
Why are you... No. This is a deception. The man I know would never raise a weapon at me.
Claude, no! Don't do this! I can't believe you would hurt me.
This is harder
Hold on.
We will
Let me get
proceed as
Dimitri
planned.
over by Didu.
than I thought. I mean, how do we know for sure they're not real?
The Emperor is before you. Deal the killing blow.
You can't fool me. If it were really you, you'd understand.
Okay. I don't know how long this goes. I don't know how much I need to farm the enemies right now. It's mostly why I'm still on Claude.
It's nothing.
And I don't necessarily want to kill the base captain. Okay.
There. It's done. But steel yourselves. I've awaited this moment. Don't know who will confront next.
Are we being warped away? No. Space itself is distorting around us.
What? Oh? Oh.
Our
Big
surroundings have
parasailing?
changed.
This place is so twisted you can't even tell where you are.
Aren't
Atrocity.
you sad for your comrades, murderers? There it is. There is your rage.
Oh?
Uh-oh.
Okay, well, Claude killing Claude should
Let's try this. Let's see how this goes.
be very easy.
Here I go. No mistakes. They must learn who they're up against.
We will
Do
proceed
that.
as we must strive to perform to
Not a problem.
All right.
I can spot one fake, but how do I tell which Edelgard and Dimitri are on my side?
Perhaps each of us should take on their own double to prevent confusion.
Nah.
It's not a bad idea.
Oh, except for Claude. Then, yeah, sure.
I feel like I just slew my twin brother.
Oh, 500 already. Okay, yeah, okay. I do like the Shambhala remix in this though. It's very good.
For the soul. And once a soul is imprisoned here, it is eternally severed from the real world.
Just imagine how much easier our task will be with the two of us. A nice thought, yes. But I'm sad to say I failed to trust even myself.
Oh,
Why
that's...
are you helping the Emperor?
I didn't realize it was the Phantom.
If you mourn your friends, avenge them. It's a blessing I get to face you. There is truly no one I more desire to end.
Okay. This is really cool, honestly, so far. Like, the reason we're here, you know, just like the weird Byleth thing that, like, got us to this point, though, like, isolated, though, this is neat.
Amusing.
976. Okay, you know what? Oh, how much time? 3? Okay.
Gotcha.
Just wanted to take the last base camp. All right.
I shall take the lead.
I'll take
All
over.
right.
Illusion or no, I must thank
Oh, that was the
our
last
adversary
illusion.
for letting me experience that.
Armored strike. Flickering flower. Oh, that's not very... Okay. Is there still... Oh, there is. Okay, it just wasn't close enough for me. Okay. I was about to say, why are we just sitting here? All right. And there's the 1,000. So now it's just
Can't say it's pleasant to my own
murderized.
death.
That's the last of the illusions.
So it would seem.
At least now we're certain they're not real. We can cut them down without mercy.
Again? Please tell me we're gonna find that guy this time.
Oh, okay, again meaning yep. Okay. Oh, here's very Shambhala looking now.
Let's get searching.
Oh, but you four are a marvel. To think you are already adapting to this place.
All right, Epimenides. You're probably gonna
Now
be
have
popped
the grace
really quickly.
to lay down your lives and let the world you've torn apart heal.
I've got...
Ah, there you are, my partner in destiny.
You're not Arval. Even if you were, I'd fight you all the same.
Destroying me will achieve nothing, for you will all still be trapped in this place. Unfortunate, but you are forcing my hand.
Conjures a Zaharas barrier. Hello,
We will proceed as planned.
Dimitri.
We must
Run over
strive
there.
to perform to the best of our ability.
Let's try this. Let's see how...
Actually,
Let's try this.
adjutant.
So even our mercenary friend gets affected. This is going to take all of us. Time to put our differences aside.
Don't let anyone get away.
Okay.
Seriously? No one?
So there's that. The slowdown should
Why does
mean
it have to be you? I don't want to fight you.
Nope.
Not often
All right.
a guy gets to fight himself. I think I'm gonna enjoy this. Okay, I hate this. It even thinks like me. Let's clear a path, Claude.
one of these.
Don't have to tell me twice.
It's like, it's not often I get to fight myself immediately.
Blame me all
I
you
hate
want.
this. He's still alive? No.
It seems I am forced to do this myself.
Unassigned adjutant. Alright. All out offense.
So be
I owe
it.
you one.
Come at me if you dare.
Bet. Dispelled the Zaharaz
Our adversary has
barrier.
finally run out of tricks. Time to finish this.
You know what?
Here I go. No, it seems.
Come here, Edelgard.
Leave it to me.
You got my back?
Clear the way.
Do the duo.
I've got you now.
That killed him. I was gonna do the Dimitri one next if he was still up.
No,
He was not.
this isn't over.
I think it is. Cutscene.
Gone with you. The cycle of this world must be protected. You fool! Why must you resist me so?
You know my reason. The tomorrow we're fighting for? The choice is ours to make!
It's incredible. Just how strong you've become.
Arval.
You have grown more than I ever thought possible. And yet... I've never felt more alone.
Oh. All right. What gang? Okay, well, I already have the Thunderbrand on Marianne, but that's her sword. All right.
I'm getting stronger.
Yeah. Already mastered. Wit Strike and Hroti. Another. Yeah, there are no tomes exist in Three Houses. So the one we got last chapter and this one, both completely new. Calculates damage using the unit's magic stat. I'm pretty sure Marianne has more strength than magic. My Marianne, anyway. But okay. And then something else to unlock. And then this one, yeah, who knows? And this is Timotheos? I don't remember whose crest that is. Timotheos, is that Happy or Constance? I don't know. One of those two, probably. Find out eventually. All right. So how does this chapter wrap up and get back to
Looks like
whatever
we made it out in
war?
one piece.
We're just gonna probably ignore that everything just happened and go back to killing each other, right?
Are you sure about that? I still have no idea what's going on.
Yeah, who knows?
Arval, or Epimenides, I suppose, has vanished, and we've been returned to where we started. Perhaps we should just consider this a victory. An ironic one, as we achieved it by working together.
Fair enough. So, what happens now?
I can't speak for Edelgard, but I'm not exactly itching to fight you.
I was like, yeah, it feels weird at this point.
Whatever's in store for us, let's say we just call a truce for now.
I wouldn't have been able to return here had it not been for your assistance, as well as Claude's. Letting you walk away may not be the soundest of tactics, but at this point I see no other option.
Agreed. Let's consider all debts paid.
But just to be clear, I crushed you once, and I can do so again.
Right. I gotta admit, I never saw any of this coming.
In truth, I can't say I much expected any of this.
Still, it got us talking again, and that's gotta be worth something.
Well, I should be off. I hope we can do this again sometime. The speaking part, anyway.
In that case, I will depart as well. I'm sure everyone must be quite concerned for me by now.
See you both on the other side of this war. Well, my friend, are you ready to get out of here? We still have one more enemy to deal with before all of this can end. Archbishop Rhea awaits.
Yeah, but... okay, I guess we'll see. I was like, she's escaping with Dimitri, so... okay. It's gonna be probably just a weird transition. But again, like I said at the start, this chapter and the chapter prior apparently don't even happen if you don't recruit Byleth. So I guess the transition of, hey, you just fought Rhea and Dimitri, and they're escaping, go after them, makes more sense. Where this, again, like, I liked this in isolation. But as far as coherence to the rest of everything going on, all right, whatever. But that's gonna be it, I believe, for real. The next chapter is the final one, so we have made it after, God, 51 and a half hours, and there's more for me to put in before then too, I'm sure. But yeah, thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.